Tell you a little bit about Dr. Amos. Well, that's really hard to do, to say just a little bit about someone who has 43 years of experience in education.
Dr. Amos knows everything about everything.
Dr. Amos always has a fun story to tell about her, and it seems like every day we'll walk into the classroom and learn something new about her personally. Like one day we were learning how to use chopsticks for an example of a process analysis, and then she just blurts out that she taught in Japan.
A day in the classroom with Dr. Amos is always entertaining. You walk in and you can't even sit down before she assigns you something.
Everyone, take one of these and do not open. Take one and do not open. The most fun thing about teaching is watching students. I like to watch reactions. I come up with lesson plans that I think will excite students. It may make them think about something, and yes, they may think about it all day long and into the night and that's what I love. I just love to see that. It doesn't matter what the age, any age. Just look inside, everybody got it? Now close it. Just set it back down. So everyone, what color's in there? All right, now I want you to pull yours out a second. Do y'all all have the same color? And all of you said blue, but why do you say blue if it's not the same color? There's shades. Words are like this.
When I took this position as the principal, and this is my first year as principal at Central School, I came in and looked at the data, and one of the things we drilled down into is English requirements for graduation. And I was shocked because the numbers are so low. We had 0 kids not graduate last year because of the English requirement. I said, what's going on here? At least we've got 1 kid at least, right? And the answer is Dr. Amos. And as a first-year principal, I get goosebumps talking about it and thinking about it, how valuable that is to have someone on staff that is so passionate and dedicated to helping kids. It has a direct impact on their future.
Most teachers, when they go home, they live their life, and Dr. Amos is always thinking about us.
One time I sent her a message on Teams, and it was at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and she responded to it. So
I was on a cruise out in the middle of the ocean, and I received a grade that I didn't think I deserved for my college class, and so I was on the phone with her in the middle of the Caribbean, and she talked me through the entire grade change policy in the process, and I actually got my grade changed to the way I wanted it.
Well, my parents were available for students, and we didn't have cell phones then. I naturally thought this is the way you do it. I think that if the student has a question, they need to get an answer, because I'm afraid I'll lose that student's momentum if I don't answer. So yes, they text all hours of the night and day. Sometimes they'll call late at night, early AM in the morning. I want them to be successful, and if this is what it takes, it doesn't bother me at all. They know that if I don't answer, I'll see their number and I will call them back. So loaded words are very important. We need to know if the word is positive or negative, but you also have to think about this. For example, what's the denotation and the connotation of the word? All right, so let's look down here, because there are negative and positive words.
She sits down and works with scholarships and college applications.
Dr. Amos has helped me with college applications and scholarship applications.
Outside of the classroom, I like to prepare students for whatever kind of test is coming up that would help them. So I give free ACT preps. I think that this is my service to the school and the community, because we have students from other schools come.
When I first took the test about a year ago, I wasn't very sure what I was doing, and I was really nervous. But after doing a couple hours of prep with Dr. Amos, the second test was really easy and I flew through it.
All right, if I said you were too hasty in writing this, am I saying it? Is that going to be a negative? What am I saying to you that I'm not saying? Looks rushed, looks unedited, you needed to have spent more time. But what if I said, oh, and this timed one, you did it quick. In this timed writing, which you have timed writing, you did it quickly. You did it quickly. But effective use of time.
She has signs in her classroom all the time that say, "What's your plan?" And she's always just pushing kids for that.
We always have to have plan A, and I always say, but there are 25 more letters in the alphabet. So if plan A doesn't work, what's plan B? And we'll just go from there. And some students, you know, we get to X, Y, and Z sometimes before we hit on the right one.
Dr. Amos is a force multiplier for our students.
She's unstoppable. You can't do anything that she won't help you with, and she's always willing to be there for you.
My favorite thing about her is how supportive she is, and she won't let you fail, and she always cares about her students.
She's going to make sure you get your work done.
Something I love the most about Dr. Amos is her enthusiasm every day in class. She's always excited to teach us, and we're excited to learn.
Dr. Amos, we're proud of you. We're grateful and thankful for you and what you do, your passion, your commitment, your student-centered attitude, and just who you are, your experience that you bring to Central School. We're just really grateful for that, and we thank you for who you are, and congratulations on being named the Teacher of the Year. You definitely deserve it.
Thank you, Dr. Amos, for all the after hours you've spent helping me with all my college work. I'm so proud of you. Thank you again.
Thank you for always encouraging me and inspiring me to push my limits.
Thank you for responding to my team's messages at 2 o'clock in the morning. Dr. Amos, thank you for being a support and being very encouraging to me.
Dr. Amos, we're all so proud of you and so grateful to have you as one of our role models.